guys, it's Savannah. This must be take like 60. I have no idea what I'm doing today and I keep tripping over my words. Basically I wanted to sit down and spin a silk handkerchief that I have from Eve Chambers in Ireland. We became friends before I moved and she gave me one. And I was cleaning out my studio the other day to deal with stress. And I found a whole bunch of bits and bobs that I brought with me that I wanted to spin up. So if you are not part of the fiber world and don't know what spinning from a silk hanky is, or a silk handkerchief, I'll explain that in a minute and show you. It is early April in the middle of the COVID pandemic, and I'm not going to talk about it because people are overloaded with information right now, but I just wanted to send a virtual hug from me to you. I hope you guys are safe and well, and if your stress levels are through the roof, I hope this brings you some calm. So I'll show you what a silk hanky is, and then it'll go into the chill out music thing that I do, and I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so this is a silk handkerchief. This was hand dyed by Eve Chambers Textiles. Eve and I became friends when I was living in Ireland, and I got this from her. I'm not sure if she still dyes these, but she does dye yarn and fiber, so you should definitely go check her out. Sorry for all the crinkling. So, this is a silk handkerchief. And basically the way this is made is that when the silk cocoon is taken, they boil it and soak it, and then they stretch it out over a frame. Sometimes they stretch it over a hoop and it ends up looking like a shower cap. But in this case, they stretch it across like a frame, a wooden frame, like a square. I don't know if you can see my hands properly. And then it would have a nail in each corner, and they would just spread it to the four corners. And they would keep doing this over and over and over again. And when you get a few of them together, you can see that there's layers to this. And you spin, to spin this, you pull the layers apart. I'll just show you. You take you just pull them apart like that. And then you put your thumb or finger through the middle and you pull. And then you just keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. I don't even know if you can see that with the sun. But as you pull, it drafts the fibers apart, and then from that you can spin. And that's what I'm going to show you now. Me spinning the silk hankies. Okay? If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. And if you'd like to find Eve and her yarn or fiber, she is Eve, EVE, Chambers Textiles, and I'll put her link down in the description box. I hope you enjoy the spinning video. So for anyone who's watching who is not in the fiber world, the next step might look unfamiliar to you. So I thought I would explain it so you know what you're watching. So this is called a Zoom loom. It is Shacked. The brand name is Shacked, and it's their version of a pin loom. You can make pin looms at home, and actually my friend Amy McKnight developed something called the Common Threads Loom, and it's a free PDF that you can download with instructions, and she made tutorial videos to show you how to make your own pin loom so that you can do this if you want to at home. So basically you take your thread or your yarn and you thread it across the pin loom in a set manner that is outlined in the instructions, and when you're done you get a tiny little weaving sample, and it's roughly 4 inches by 4 inches. It's a good way to see what your yarn will look like when you weave with it and to do samples. And there is an entire craft industry based on people who just weave on Zoom looms and then stitch their squares together to make garments, clothing, and textiles. So it's pretty versatile and useful, and it's a lot of fun, and I find it really relaxing to sit watching a movie at night and doing little samples. So the next part of the video is going to be taking the yarn that I just spun from the silk hanky and weaving it into a little sample like this. Enjoy!